Welcome to the September 16th Jail and Zones production user call. We have Dave, Phil, Jan, Anthony, and myself, Michael, so far, and EuroBSDCon and EuroBeehiveCon are right around the corner. It's panic mode for a bunch of us. I will see some of you there looking at the list, at least two. And we have lots of package-based news. There are talks taking place there. There are talks touching on it there. But Anthony has some updates on your jail deployment. You can share your screen if you like, and you have the floor.
Uh, Yes, I'd like to show you my terminals.
Sure, please.
You know,
I'll take
uh,
notes while you're going. I will
mm,
stop share. Doot, 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 doot.
mm,
Clicky, clicky.
okay, okay. Uh, do you
Looks good.
see?
Yes, looks good.
Okay. Um, uh, I have to deploy jail and use a small file with just name of packages, base packages. You all using package list with packages from applications. But base packages do not work because of its long names. So I make files with lists of packages and small scripts to use it. Um uh, Package lists look like list of packages, of course. Uh, uh, Here we see just a name of base packages, and it's primarily generated from source building, uh, then reduced for special purpose. Here we get list for virtual machine systems, but it uh, also is used for jail. For jail, we do not want a bootloader, EFI tools, and other things. So we just reduce packages with all available packages to our target. I remove all packages with EBG, packages with DEV, and get a list. So then I have a very small script, which just uh, find package file for the name. It's really 100 line long. And then we go to machine where we want to deploy jail, and here we get uh, list package list. Then we do just one thing. We run one moment, please. We run just uh, one command. Uh, This is invoke small script which with specified list of base packages. Then it just install it inside jail. Here body is for jail where root of the jail is located. So we uh, press enter and uh, right. Oh, I'm sorry. Uh,
Wrong working directory?
No, we in wrong directory. Oh, here we get test deploy, and then scripts go one by one and fetching and installing base packages. When it's at the end of the process, we get a full hierarchy inside a specified dir. So then we just create a jail and it worked. Difference with non-base packages is just for its name. Typical list of non-base packages looks like this. You know, this is a category and package name. Base packages is specified only by name. Script will find appropriate file or appropriate name for the specified line in package list. Initially, it was make it for installing from local media, so it has it can install from directory with from package repository itself. This is the egg and chicken problem. In my case, I built packages from source. Then I can, with that script, deploy jail and other system without touching any repository outside of, Backbone. This is my theme about Backbone. It's a self-sufficient with no need for DNS, network integration, and other things. So it is used for jail deploying. There is a list. Maybe you want to know how it appear in the host. I make a small package which contain only this script and list of packages. So initially on host, I I install packages with list of packages. Here we get script and a list of packages suitable for various deployment. Also, it is used so when it on host, then I can do what we see now, deploy in a jail. Also, I use packages list for install it at bare metal server. I get copy of base packages repository on media. Then I use the same script with the same with lists of packages specially crafted for bare metal server, and then deploy as usual by its pkgs script. Here lists for the jail, else list for virtual machine with various variants. Also, there is a list for bare metal server. Also, so when I want to deploy a virtual machine, I just install base packages on some directory, and then use it as for getting image of virtual machine. Here in directory not yet installed base packages extracted from the list of base v1. Then I have a script to make image from this directory, to make a virtual machine image. And then it's ready for use. Also, non-base packages is used in the same way, list of non-base packages. When I install base packages, then I use lists of typical packages. So I just run script with a list of typical packages which is needed for system functioning. Here we get some, yes, AP. So I want these packages to be in every jail. So after I install base packages, I use the same command with list of user packages, and then get working system inside a jail, or inside a virtual machine image, or inside a bare metal server. So maybe this is nothing smart, but it's very easy to deploy FreeBSD related things now. Really, base package is a great thing for installation. For many years, I was waiting it, and now it's here. So just lists of line each line specify packages, user packages or base packages. Scripts understand both. So this is my experience. I have a pleasure with it after years of pain with installing FreeBSD on every node. That's it.
Do you have any remaining challenges that you're trying to solve?
No, it's just worked, and script was here for a month. So I don't touch it for a long time. It can install from use package install. It can use package add, and it can use base packages. All things that I want.
Have you published this on any of the popular code repo sites?
No, I don't know. Is it interesting or no? It's a very small script. No smart thing inside. Just assuming name for package name. It gets a package name and then assume a full name of package.
I'll let others answer that.
So explicitly listing all packages like I understand you're doing is very tedious and will break for future releases and so on, because the base system will still be reorganized into more packages for 16 and so on. Potentially even within minor releases. Sorry, between minor releases. I found it more useful to use package remote query, so package rquery, to select which packages to install. I would then select all base packages and deselect them by using globs.
Uh,
With this, I get as an output the list of matching packages, and then I can use that list and install it. That's how my tooling works.
And maybe Jan post an example in chat that shows using the globs, because that might be easier for Anthony to understand.
Yes, I'm currently digging for my gel.conf for package base. Here's an example of how I'm using this.
I would close my terminals, yes, to see another workspace.
Sure. You mean as in me, or you're done?
Should I close my sharing, my desktop
As you
sharing?
wish. Sure, no problem. Well, thank you for that.
Let's see. Okay. Do someone want to show anything in terminal before I will close it?
Oh, so note that Jan just shared a snippet of
yes,
code.
I will just want go for Jan. Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll put that in the document. Adding that. Okay, cool. Thank you. Zoom is not being smart. Let's see. Just one moment. Dave, do you have something to show or just tell?
Oh, it's a little bit of both. It's going to be easier to show.
Oh, well, then go ahead and share before I share.
Yeah, let me do my button here. Share. We just want the whole.
And thank you again, Anthony.
All right, it's just that's actually all we need, isn't it?
It's a little tiny.
Dave, I think the recording isn't in 4K.
Exactly.
Is it bigger? Is that better?
It's getting bigger slowly. It's evolving.
Oh, is it not taking? Is it rendering very slowly? Is it?
No, it's small. There's the one terminal now. Previously a few, but it's pretty tiny.
Yeah,
if you have any nifty way to bump it up, please do.
Yeah. You can just tell me.
That's a good size for a recording.
Better. Yep.
Good. All right. Cool. Right. So this is a little tour through the source bits. So in package imports, we have things called meta packages where you can go, please install xorg minimal, and it will fetch, I don't know, 15, 20 packages under that. But xorg minimal, the package itself, is just empty. And Baptista said for several years, bad, want to get rid of this. And for package base, we have the same problem. We want to be able to install things like the compiler or the toolchain and not have to worry that exactly every single package is correct. So for right at the moment, and as I mean, it arrived last night, the first patch to help do that landed in main. And my little job this evening is to backport these to see if they make creating our containers easier. So let's have a quick look right now at what I've got on my stack here. We've got two patches. this one we look at first. So this is how we build OCI images today. So the request I had was we have these very lean images, and David Chisnell wanted a fat image. And then he said, could I have one that was fat but doesn't have the compiler? And I think the hardest thing in this was picking a name, because what we want is full and then full except the compiler. Anyway, so very similar to what Anthony has shown us, we want the full OCI image. Doesn't need any lib32 stuff. It doesn't need debug stuff. It certainly doesn't need source, and it arguably doesn't need any of the dev stuff either, because your compiled stuff should be in there. And it doesn't need anything that needs hardware. Yeah. So we can come into questions after the end, but we'll just look at the overview here. So basically, the plumbing for releases is we've got a release directory and source, and a make file per type. So there's a make file for Oracle, there's a make file for EC2, for AWS, for Google Cloud, and one for OCI images as well. And here we have a name, and then there's just a loop elsewhere in the make files. It loops over these, and we have a dependency that says each layer depends on the previous layer. So our final layer is a toolchain, which comprises all of the runtime. There's something wrong here. I think my patch is not quite the recent one, because that one still has my bug from yesterday in it. This should be full, which depends on the container runtime, which depends on dynamic, which depends on static, which depends on the last two. Okay. And then down here, you can see all of this, the packages that we know and love. And what I've found, even in the last 2 months that I've been testing it, it's very fragile. I end up deploying containers that are missing something important, like BSD config or something like that I required, or when the Kerberos stuff changed, the names of these packages changed, and maintaining it manually is horrible. So we don't want to maintain these manually. And this is what Ivy was working on the last couple of days, at least the last couple of days here. This is the one we want. So Jan, if you have a question, now's a good time.
Yes. So I would say the full should be the full userland and base kernel, so true complete base, not any subset thereof.
Well, it depends what we're building these for. Do we really expect people who are running
Depends on what the name means to a user.
Need Chelsea hardware tools?
Yes. If anything is missing, it's not the full base system.
Yeah. So naming
call it full if it's incomplete.
I guess, yeah, but then you need to find your name. Because we've spent like 2 weeks
name
trying
for what use case? What do you want to omit? Well,
the things we don't think we need is anything to do with actual hardware. We don't see a common. So the point here is it's an image layer. If you go, I really need that thing, then you can add it yourself. It's a 5-minute job to get it. So what we're really saying is we don't want any hardware,
because no one is going to say tool chain.
The tool chain we definitely need. People will need to compile stuff, but if you imagine a stage series of builds, you can put your tool chain in, do the compile, then remove the tool chain again and clean up.
Right.
And that should get you a reasonably lean package at the end of it. So you can add things and remove things as you go. It's not like installing base FreeBSD and then going, I will never change it again. We expect people to create hundreds, thousands of containers.
Yeah.
And if they don't have their favorite tool, it should be easy to add. But the tool chain is going to be a very, very common one, we think.
Well, do you have a nickname for adding and removing that? Do you have a term for it? Because if we're talking naming, I want to think naming.
I don't know, package. It's just package add to me. Is that what you mean?
No. If are you creating OCI images, that are hardware focused without toolchain, and are we thinking about naming these, and you need to
you mean like
or what?
flavors? I call them
sure.
flavors informally, but it's probably bad because it means stuff in package and it means something specific in ports. It's not the same.
Right.
Specifically, they're called images or sometimes layers. So
layers and images is the terminology from OCI.
yeah,
Where
well,
an image is what you put in and you assemble them as layers.
Okay.
So you layer them on top of each other. Basically, it means create a directory and then start unpacking tarballs in it.
yeah. So functionally, it is just tarballs on top of tarballs, and there's a little bit of JSON in there to say that layer Y depends on layer X. And in theory, we could decouple them, but in practice, we don't want to do that. So there's very much a hierarchy, like a Tower of Hanoi. You've got to have static, you've got to have dynamic, you've got to have runtime. And then after that, you can have the layer that we cannot name, the thing that contains pretty much everything. And then finally, the tool chain at the top. So where we're getting to this is not so much about the OCI stuff directly, but it's about these package sets that Ivy has cooked up. And we're not interested in the details here because I can provide you the link. But for us, it means we will just be able to install, where are the sets now? They come down here. They come a little bit further down. Lots of plumbing, lots of plumbing, lots of plumbing. Here we go. You have like a minimal debug, a devel set, the base package as well. I think that will cause us trouble because base for FreeBSD people means everything. And now it will mean not everything. But naming stuff is hard. And then we have like all of the debug stuff and all of the things for the compiler side as well. So compilers, tool chain, header files, and static libraries. And you can see from my perspective, this is fantastic because now I can install the devel meta package instead of having this arbitrary lists down here of I hope that's right and I hope it doesn't change. So I like these a lot. It's a lot nicer.
So I would recommend using package rquery to basically to subset if you have a repository with everything. At this stage.
To a point, it's actually easier for me to go back to Ivy and say, hey, can I please have a package set with these specific things in it?
Yep.
Then I don't have to worry about the rquery stuff. And it will be available for anyone who uses base system packages, not just for jail things. So it makes it very nice and easy for people to build their own stuff.
If you're building your own stuff, you can also just create a repository with custom meta packages because you can have meta packages across repositories if you want
totally.
to do such thing.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
What I meant is this is a nightmare to maintain. This is a constant maintenance burden for anyone trying to add a package. You now have to know about this OCI stuff and untangle this.
Well, it depends what we're trying to achieve. So there's two things. What I'm expected to do for 15, I think I still have enough time to do it, is to remove these custom bespoke sets, which we had to have because there were no package sets, and use the new package sets in this. So we're going to be installing something very straightforward and very reproducible. And it will
When
be
you're talking,
let him finish. Let him finish.
We have available in the base system. So if you go on a normal FreeBSD system, package install, whatever it is, FreeBSD devel, you will get that set with whatever these things are in it. And that's the same thing we're using the containers in the container world. So I don't think it's a big maintenance burden. It's certainly a lot less maintenance than doing it this way here that we were doing previously, right? I didn't like this. And it's one of the things I asked is, can I have a nicer way to do this? Our query doesn't solve the problem again. We should manage this in the code. And ideally, I would have a test suite at the end that says from the images, prove that you can compile stuff, for example. That'd be nice.
Yes, that would be nice. Yeah, okay. The problem is this is probably before you have a repository because the meta packages, which I assume is the same thing as a package set, have to go in. To the repository. So yeah, so you can't use queries to define your meta packages.
Yeah. So anyway, I think this is pretty neat, and it's not an alpha 2. I don't know if we're going to do another alpha or another beta, but it'll definitely be in the next one. MSC is for today or tomorrow, and there's one more patch that needs to go in related to this. So I'm pretty excited. It's pretty cool.
So
Go ahead. I have a question once others have finished.
So what would be important to me is that there is a way to get everything with these sets, so there should be just a complete one. I think it makes sense to have one for userland, so everything except sources and kernel. Because that's kind of the useful one for jails. If you want to have a complete jail, I don't care about it. It would be nice to have one for jails, which is basically a complete one except for devices. So that would drop stuff which is unavailable because of lacking device support for jails. That would be stuff like dtrace and stuff and MPS util and other stuff which includes firmware.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what we did with the original set. Just we didn't have a way of encapsulating that in the actual base packages definitions.
So what I do with my automations for jails in 14 is I select everything and then deselect again with globs. That keeps the list fairly short, and that's what I did in the package base example I shared via a GitHub post. There, for example, my definition of what I want is basically start with everything, remove lib32, remove debug, remove development headers and so on, remove the kernel, bootloader, BSNMP because it pulls in the tests, then get rid of Clang.
You're explaining Anthony's joke to us. Yes, yes, we get it. We get it.
And yeah, for stuff which is not supposed to be on bare metal, you probably want to get rid of rescue as well.
Yes. Just we get it.
Rescue is not big, and yeah, I don't know.
If it's a jail, I can recover from the host, so yeah, I don't need rescue.
You're never going to use it in a jail. Yeah, we can leave out rescue too. It's another like the total size of this is actually really interesting. The compiler chain stuff is huge.
Yes,
you need all the dev headers, everything, and it starts to add up really quickly. So I think I just realized something. The correct name for this everything layer is actually jail. That's the correct name. It's not base, it's not system, it's jail. And that makes it very clear that it's for jails. And then no one will get confused about it not having drivers and stuff like that. So there could be a meta set called jail, which leaves all of that stuff out. And then another meta set called compiler or toolchain, which will pull in all of the stuff that we use in base. I like it. I'm now happy. I've got a decent name.
One of the problems I found is that there's a trade-off to be made, and that is, do you want the documentation? Because documentation is not a lot of megabytes, but it's thousands and thousands of files. And because all of this is tarball based, every file has a fixed cost with it. Just time to process. Creating a file, it doesn't matter how large you make it, is an operation you have to pay for.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, I think I have used from time to time man pages in jails because it's running a different OS, but no, just made that go away. Sorry. Where was I?
Documentation or not?
Man pages. Yeah, the web is only one step away these days. You don't. If you're really stuck, you can go to the internet. Yeah. So I don't think we need man pages. And
But if we don't, we want a
still
documentation
haven't got rid of
package.
send mail. Send mail is still there. Yeah. Anyway, Michael, you had a question too.
Well, yes. So I've heard terms for this of flavors, lists, subsets, meta packages, collections, images, layers, and sets. And you've used almost all of those. What do we call a group of packages for a specific purpose? Base packages specifically?
Okay. So specifically for base packages, we call them package sets.
Package sets. Thank you.
And what we're using in OCI containers is we're going to take a set of package sets and put them into a single container image. So static is one, dynamic is the next one,
Okay.
runtime the next one, and each one of these will have more and more package sets in them.
I have a quick question. Am I understand correctly that list of with package is hard coded inside shell script, or I'm missing something?
Yeah, so there's two separate things here. So stop me if it's not clear. The first thing is today, when we build our OCI containers, is what we want. We have to define the packages that go in them. And we have a file like this, very boring.
Mm-hmm.
And neither Doug nor I particularly liked this, but up until this last patch, there was no choice. You had to maintain this list, and it's not great. But now we have this package base set, this one, and these are defined for us, and we can have a look to see where they are. Let's find one. I want not this, the all in UCL files. Where are they? Here we go. Base is probably pretty good. But I don't remember where. I haven't looked at this patch yet to see where these are defined. Are they defined here? No. They must be defined in here somewhere. Origin base. They're defined somewhere in the package set.
Okay.
I'd have to look. I don't know off the top of the head where they're defined. But the short answer is yes. In the same way, all of the other stuff in FreeBSD has to have metadata attaching files to which table it's going into. So we have the same setup for doing base.txe and kernel.txe as well. Where do we set these? Yeah, here's one. There was zone info packages release UCL. That's what I want here. Oh, Bhyvecon's a good one. Oh, nothing here. Are they all super short and stupid? Yeah, I don't know where these are defined. Now it's annoying me. I know that they're somewhere.
Package list will be specified in special format, or just as a list. It must be specified in special file with special syntax, or it's just a list.
I don't know yet. This patch arrived yesterday evening, and I've only just gotten far enough to download it and fix up the rebasing. So your guess is as good as mine. Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere it is. These are defined. I don't know where it is yet. Yeah, it's just nowhere yet. Somewhere we have metadata for this. Anyway, it's pretty cool. I think it'll make making jails and containers much easier for everybody. And yeah, it's a good start. So I see a question there from Jan. We want a documentation meta package. I expect as we go through alpha and beta, we will add more of these. I don't think it's difficult to add more.
So I would argue that everything should be part of at least one meta package, as well as, and then the full package can be a dependency on the other meta packages. If you do it like that, it's very easy to do, and it doesn't create problems with deinstalling stuff.
Yeah.
What is a bit annoying with meta packages is that the moment you try to subset something in a meta package, it will also deinstall the meta package, because then its dependencies are now no longer met.
I'm not sure yet. I have not tried this in practice to see how it works. That may or may not be the case. I don't know.
It is so for dependencies, because if you delete a package which another package depends on, the depending package will also be deinstalled.
So yeah, you're making an assumption which may be correct, which is that meta packages, as package uses them, are the same as package sets, the way package base is going to use them. And I don't think that's true. They're not. They're probably conceptually similar features, but definitely different implementations.
Wait, what's the new key then package manifest to enable that?
I've received the patch today, and there's been like 3 new versions of package itself in the last week that I
read for changelogs.
So few?
Find it.
So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Ask me tomorrow.
Breaking news.
I would try.
From the right place. Well, thank you for that naming.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. My compile doesn't work. I broke something. Anyway, it's moving fast. And I think the only other thing worth noting is for the alpha and the RC releases, the package builds of stuff and ports is not yet complete. And that makes testing some of the stuff a little difficult, because you can test the kernel, but you can't test anything useful like video drivers, for example, being a really good example. But yeah, we can do something at least.
I will say the lag on packages on these recent builds sure is a good argument for having, say, tmux in base and maybe like Beehive firmware for U-boot and other little things that I'm always trying to pop in there. It's like, wait, I'm going to wait. I'm going to stop everything, drop everything, and wait for the packages to build.
Yeah.
Then get back to work.
So
yes, Jan, you had an opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an argument for just putting more crap into base.
Oh, crap. I don't call tmux.
No. The stuff others want, and then we get into licensing problems with stuff we don't want to put into base because it's GPL free or whatever.
Is tmux GPL 3?
No, it's
informed suggestion.
tmux is a harmless example, but
exactly.
there's GPU drivers.
Well, that's a can of worms, and not everyone has a GPU. Of that. Yeah, of course.
So maybe what we need is a subset of the ports, like a not complete bulk build or whatever. The infrastructure build.
In the tradition of naming things on these calls, I'm going to propose upsets instead of package sets, because someone will be upset with whatever you choose.
We want to make sure everyone is upset. Yeah.
There you go. It's equal opportunity. Yes.
So, can I have the screen share?
Yes. Well, that's up to Dave.
Well, I'm done. So yeah, go for it. I'm gonna have to jump off at 8, but well, 8 my time.
Do you see my terminal?
We
Does it
do.
have a reasonable
Yes,
size?
sir. Yes. Ah, I am more proud of that than I should be.
What?
Upsets.
Yeah. So right now I'm downloading the packages for 14.2 Edge level 5. And that's all on the agile.conf and shell scripts.
Yeah.
Bam, it's done. It's installing. There's a missing dependency in the base packages. So that third util would run its trigger or hook before the dependencies are met. So I install in two phases. That's why the second phase, while it claims to have installed 200 packages, some of them have already been installed in a pre-pass, which is sadly required in 14.2 and 3. So now I have this. And I can do the same for 14.3, and while that runs, I can then create a clone of that. Bam. And now I have a cloned jail.
Nice.
So, and what I'm doing here is I'm specifying my small stuff like this. It's held to glued together by an executable jail.conf, but I specify each jail with a directory, and I symlink in the version I want. I symlink in the query I want. So if I do a cut query, it looks like this. And someone has a TV in the background.
So this is
It
the
is.
same set we were talking about here. Can I get a copy of that, Jan? Have you got a link to it?
It's very much work in progress right now.
That's all right. It's still
And
it's worth
I think
comparing
he's saying
with the one
come to
I
my
have
talk
here.
in a week or so.
yeah, like come to my talk next week.
But then it'll be too late because then it'll be
Oh.
committed. I've
Oh,
committed
dear.
my list.
What will be committed?
Well, the list of packages that go into this jail set.
Yeah, okay,
Ah.
I can just put it in the chat, this set.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll
Okay.
take it. Yeah.
That's easy. I mean, I thought you wanted the whole stuff.
No.
I just have to find the damn meeting because it always hides it. So I looked at excluding more, but I found everything remaining so small that it is vastly just
It's not worth the effort. Yeah.
yeah, not worth the effort beyond the return of investment pointed. I also have so here's also this tiny set. And the difference is that the tiny set also excludes the man pages. Which really reduces the file count, but doesn't make it's only a few megabytes difference. And one other thing which is important if you want to keep the file size down is to afterward run package clean dash yes dash all.
Yeah, and get rid of the
to
metadata
empty
as
the
well.
package cache. And what's also easy to underestimate is the size. If you look into Vardy B PKG, just the CD repos, I think. The official repository, just the short version for all 36,000 or so ports is 43 megabytes.
Which is
So
not a
you
lot,
also,
really.
yes, but and it will be basically stale by the time anything gets published. So you
Yeah,
also want to
we removed
delete the cached repositories.
that. Yeah, we already removed that. So
Yeah, that's good. Because there's no valid use case for keeping it because a package update will get you the latest of it. So stuff like MPS, util and so on is left in, but I found if you do a package info, FreeBSD, where is it? It's in utilities. Okay, you can't get rid of utilities.
but I can ask to have it moved to a different package.
Of course, but it wouldn't be a large application.
That arguably is
41K.
what people really need.
Hmm?
There's a lot of people out there using LSI.
Yes, but not in a jail, right?
No.
So you probably, yes, it would be nice to exclude that, but is 40 or 50 kilobytes worth adding a package, or is the metadata to be tracked more expensive than?
Right.
Yeah. I think there's probably like 10 or 20 of those sorts of things that really should be in a hardware tools package, like the
Yeah,
Linux ones.
call it drivers, devices,
yeah.
Metal.
bare metal, whatever.
I'm sure you'll get it perfect.
Device utilities or something.
As simple as hardware, but yeah, I'm sure you'll have a perfect name for that upset.
The name doesn't have to be perfect. It just doesn't has to be something which does not confuse people, like calling a subset full or whatever.
Zing, you got him.
Yeah, that's the stuff I'm messing with right now.
Well, anything else?
This is
No,
not.
that's it. All go for EuroBSDCon. Safe travels for those who are traveling. And
So now I can stop one of them. Bam.
sorry for those who can't make it.
Yes, let's hope
There's a recording team.
airspaces stay open. Oh.
Maybe convince others to meet for live stream watching and beers or whatever.
Jan, can I
If you
grab
have
the
a
chair?
hackerspace, sure.
Cool. I cannot say what the next call will look like given how many will be at the conference and someone geek has a birthday. So 1801. Anthony, did you come up with any questions for the group now that you've seen what they've done in perspective of what you've been working on?
I think Drill Executive is very nice. But I wonder how it work in various environment. I think this was environment was good to prepare it for this demonstration. When repositories not available or some repositories will not be available, what will go? What will happen? How it prove to any error proof? But it looks very great. But I wonder how it robust.
So his question is on error handling. And yeah, what if a package names between 15, 1 and 2 just because? So will that go
Are you talking about base packages?
hypothetically? Yeah.
This has happened between 14.1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3.
Yeah.
that some stuff got reorganized and we have a few new packages. And that's why it's important that you can have the meta package, because the meta packages will be updated and they will have new dependencies. So as long as you follow that approach
Yep.
and your sets don't change the name, everything is fine. Because if it goes into one of the sets you have installed, then it gets pulled in as a dependency during the upgrade.
There you go. Okay.
If you have them all installed manually, the problem is especially when one gets split up into twos, or the old one can, if you have them manually installed, the old one will stick around and the new ones won't be installed. And
Cool.
that's annoying, but you can double check by creating the version numbers that you don't have anything with the old release's version number.
Cool. Well, I think we should call it from the self-promotion department. By popular demand, I've set up a Patreon account for Call for Testing. You can support this work. Thank you, everyone. And would someone like the honors?
Like and subscribe.
Thank you, Jan. Take care, everyone. See a few of you shortly in Zagreb. Safe travel.